What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. We are going to be talking about Mama Smurf, or Ursula from The Little Mermaid. I don't know, her character model looks a little too similar for some things, but Phyla Vell is coming. That is no surprise. That was teased by Marvel Strike Force. But we're going to go over her kit and talk about her stats as well as the stats for Moondragon and Adam Warlock, because all three characters have some crazy, insane stats on them. You can see her tags up in the top right corner. Phyla Vell is going to be Hero, Cosmic Bio, Protector, and Infinity Watch. And there's also this Quantum Guard tag here, which makes me think that it looks like she's going to be a campaign event character. We'll see how that works out, but yeah, see, she is going to be a very powerful character for your Infinity Watch team. She's got crazy damage on her, and her kits, as we go through this, is going to be pretty good. Her T4s aren't by any means necessary. Some of them are a little bit supplementary, but she is going to have some pretty good abilities to her, and she's going to have some nice regeneration and healing properties for her. So let's start with her passive here, Avatar of Oblivion. On spawn, apply defense up for 2 turns to self and all Infinity Watch allies. When this character or any Infinity Watch ally drops below 50% max health, apply 2 death proof to that character. While this character has death proof, plus 50% drain, and while any Infinity Watch ally has death proof, that ally gains 30% or 50% drain as well. 30% bonus damage for her and Infinity Watch allies, and lower enemy crit chance by 15% while this character doesn't have ability block. So that's a pretty hefty passive there. You can see that her T4 on the passive will increase drain by 25% and 10% bonus damage for herself and Infinity Watch allies. Looks like a substantial T4, definitely one you're probably going to want to invest in, as usually seems to be the case with passives for these characters these days anyways. But yeah, that death proof, the drain, and the lowering the crit chance on the enemies, that's pretty big, and that's going to help kind of counter the dad bros and some of the stuff you see with crit chance or crit based characters in the arena. Her ultimate is called Marvelous Finish. Attack the primary target for 600% damage plus 25% piercing and apply offense down. Apply defense up for 2 turns and offense up for 2 turns to all Infinity Watch allies. If the primary target has any positive effects, apply 2 death proof to all Infinity Watch allies. Most of your characters these days have positive effects on them anyways, so she's pretty much going to be applying 2 death proof for this. The T4 on this is 150% bonus damage and also applies defense up and offense up for 2 turns. Again, another pretty substantial T4 looks like you're going to want to invest in for her. Again, not one that's going to be necessary probably, but that defense and offense up for 2 turns does look pretty substantial. Probably another one you're going to want to invest in. And her special is called Quantum Cutter. Clear all negative effects from herself and all Infinity Watch allies. Clear 2 net random negative effects from all other allies. Barrier herself and all allies for 10% of this character's max health. And if Adam Warlock is an ally, bury yourself and all Infinity Watch allies for additional 10% of this character's max health. Attack the primary and adjacent targets with 350% damage plus 25% piercing. Yeah, the team-wide cleanse plus the barrier. That's a lot of what you saw with Invisible Woman, where she's able to put the barrier up on her team, and then also kind of cleanse with her special. You're getting a mix of those two here together. So you get the barrier plus the cleanse. Looks really, really good. I love that. Also kind of healing and stuff. I mean, that looks great. But yeah, the barrier plus that, and then doing some damage here. Now the T4 here, not a lot of bonus damage with that one, so this is definitely a special you could put as a lower priority if you want to invest in the T4 for it at all. But yeah, the barrier plus the clearing of negative effects looks pretty good. And then her basic Meteoric Slash. Attack the primary target for 300% damage and apply offense down for 2 turns. Chain to 1 target within 2 spaces of the previous target for 300% damage and apply offense down. If Moondragon is an ally, this attack cannot be countered. Yeah, this one's looking pretty good. That offense down for 2 turns on the primary target looks like a T4 you may want to consider, but I think it's one where you may want to put that as a mid-level T4 for her, but I think the ultimate and passive are better T4s to go for her. Now, let's get to the nitty-gritty with her and her stats here. This is where things are going to get nasty. So, according to Scopely, and take this with a massive grain of salt, we got burned on this last time. The stats here are according to 20% Stark Tech on the characters, Tier 13, level 70, I believe it's level 70. Let me make it, yeah, level 75 plus plus tier 13, 4 red, 7 yellow. So 20% Stark Tech with that. We can get a good comparison on what those stats are going to look like. So the big thing to look for is going to be this damage stat here. 21,276. If you go to msf.gg and you pull in, let's set it to level 75. If you look at that right there, level 75, 7 yellow, 4 red, and Stark Tech is set to 20%. The highest damage character in the game at that point is Doctor Doom at 18,905. This looks like it's gonna be significantly higher than Doctor Doom's damage stat, which again I'm very hesitant to believe what I'm seeing here, because that's a significant bump over Doom. And if this is legit, that's a huge power creep, and I'm not sure how to take it. The armor is going to be 11,306. That is going to be a grand total of pretty much number 4 on the list. Or sorry, number 3 on the list in terms of armor. So that's going to be pretty crazy. The health is 188,000. If you look at that, that health is going to put her around 25, somewhere in this range, mid 20s in terms of health. So that's all looking pretty good for stats. Yeah, it's one of those things where I'm looking at it and these stats on her are just kind of bonkers. Very high damage, incredibly high damage. So Striker may be a go-to for her with that ISO, because she's going to do so much damage. Plus 6,300 focus and resistance each. That is going to put her in the range of about, yeah, I mean, close to top 10 on focus, and in terms of resistance, that's going to put her inside the top 10 for resistance as well. So she's pretty much top 10. She's number 1 in damage, top 10 in focus and resistance, very high in health and armor as well. She's going to be pretty nasty stat-wise if this holds up. If these stats are correct, you're talking on some serious power creep here with this character. But then real quick, let's talk about Moondragon's stats, and then we'll get to Adam Warlock's stats as well. We can see her health, armor, and her damage here right away. Yeah, 235,000 health. That is gonna put her up incredibly high. You're talking, yeah, right here around Kingpin and Thanos levels there with her, with her freaking health. Her damage stat is 14,000, which is gonna put her mid-teens, thereabouts, somewhere in there, mid-teens, mid-20s, somewhere in there. And then that armor stat of 8,400, almost 8,500, that you'll have to go way down here. That's going to put her about mid to early 30s in terms of armor ranking. So top 10 stats there as well for that. And then her resistance and her focus are sitting at 10,000 on her, remember, she's level 75, tier 13, 4 red, 7 yellow, 10,000 focus and resistance. I have a feeling that's going to be pretty high here in a second. And sure enough, if we look that up, number 3 in terms of focus, and then number 2 in terms of resistance. So yeah, another very powerful character, incredible power creep going on with that. And then if we go and pull up Adam Warlock and look at him, I can imagine that he is also going to be very, very high in these stats too. So, yeah, pretty much Infinity Watch is going to be a very powerful team. We are considering them to be the new arena meta. That is what the developers intend with Infinity Watch. They're going to be Black Order 2.0. This is what we've been saying. They're going to be meta in arena. They're going to absolutely dominate in war. They're going to be a nasty war defense team if you want to be that evil. But they will absolutely crush Heroes for Hire, which we'll see that in the footage here in a second. But yeah, this is going to be another Black Order team. They're going to beat everything on offense. They're going to get real nasty on defense, and they're going to be an arena meta. So this is another one of those where you're really going to want to have these characters. And anyways, 206,000 damage or health on Adam Warlock. That's got him right below Doctor Doom. And then, what was the other two stats? 14,321 damage and 14,697 armor. So yeah, I mean, you're talking very high damage and number one in armor, which is crazy. And then his focus and resistance are sitting at 6330. So pretty much just like what we were expecting with, or what we got with Mama Smurf as well. So yeah, guys, characters top 10 pretty much. They're gonna absolutely dominate. Incredible power creep with these guys. Let's talk about this footage because this is what you guys have been waiting for. So we're gonna start here with a Heroes for Hire plus Kestrel. I love that Scopely actually did this without asking. They've got Kestrel with Heroes for Hire in security. Big thing is, due to the safeguard and the immunity, they're immune to the defense down. So Kestrel will not be able to do anything with this Heroes for Hire team. The incredible amounts of sustain that you get with this, it's lagging a little bit. I apologize for that. It's the way that things are recorded. But yeah, the incredible sustain that you get with the Heroes for Hire team, the constant revives and healing, you're going to get that again, but even better with Infinity Watch, where they've got the safeguard, they've got death proof, they've got revives, evasions, stealing death proof, gaining death proof, the safeguard stuff. It just keeps going and going. But big thing too, Kestrel's completely neutralized against an Infinity Watch team. Her big thing is manipulating defense down, but because of that safeguard plus immunity, she can't land defense down because they have immunity, and you can't remove it because they have safeguard on them. And yeah, so Kestrel pretty much does nothing. Even with that offense up, you've got defense up on Infinity Watch. I mean, you're not really doing a lot of damage, and you're just cutting right through the Heroes for Hire team. So rip everybody, including myself, who's invested heavily in Heroes for Hire. They are about to get destroyed with this team. Though I said before, if you wanted to be really evil, you could throw both of these teams together on defense and just dare people to fight you. It's not going to be easy. You're just you can't really out sustain them too much. Yeah, it's oof, man. The stuns, everything, the prolonging, it's just nuts what's going on here. So yeah, this is gonna be your hard counter to Heroes for Hire. I'm fully expecting that, but I mean, yeah, you see Gamora's losing out some health here, but she's got 2 stacks of death proof. She's got deflex on her. She'll be able to heal it up pretty easily. It's not gonna be a big deal. So this is one I fully expect is gonna be a hard counter to Heroes for Hire. We'll see how things go, but I'm curious. What I'm curious about is going to be just how much this team is going to punch up for Heroes for Hire. We'll see about that because it's going to take a while to build up this team. At least for me, I'm going to be resource strapped for a while, but I'll be able to get this team day one, hopefully, and then we can see how much they can punch up against Heroes for Hire. Now, the other video that we want to discuss is going to be them in Arena, and they've got the meta footage. So you're going up against Emma, Silver Surfer, Doom, Kestrel. They got Black Bolt. I've seen people with Zemo, but Zemo can't do anything against this team. He'll go first. He can't dispel because they have safeguard. You're not going to be able to apply ability blocks. So Zemo's not going to really make a difference. And the same thing here applies again with Kestrel. Can't do anything with her defense up, with her defense down, sorry, because they've got safeguard immunity. Silver Surfer can't do anything. Everyone just dodged that attack from him. So yeah, it's one of those things where, what are you gonna do? Now, one other thing to point out real quick, I thought was pretty interesting, is there were questions about Nebula and her assists and whether or not they would do max health damage. They seem to do max health damage, but not a lot. It's maybe 5% on the assist. So it could be 10%, but it's hard to tell. We've just got this, but I imagine that that's maybe 5% of the character's max health. I thought 10% on the assist was going to be too powerful. So it looks like you'll still do max health damage with Nebula's assist, but it won't be as much as we got before. So she's still going to do some pretty good damage there, and we're going to have to see just how much damage she can really be doing once we really build her up. But yeah, I mean, cutting through Kestrel, Emma's not going to really do much because, again, safeguard and immunity and everything. Not going to be applying a lot of a lot of things there. And look at that, resisting on Gamora, so she didn't get speed down. We got ability block and disrupt on Kestrel. So yeah, this is definitely one that's gonna be pretty nasty. We're gonna get through Doctor Doom here in a second, finish him off, and then we'll kind of clean it up from there. But yeah, guys, I think that this is gonna be the new arena meta. Very much a power creep. This is what we expected. We got power creep with Heroes for Hire and more defense. Now we've got power creep with arena meta pretty much the entire game with Infinity Watch. So let me know down below, what do you guys think of this team? Are you guys gonna go for it? Are you guys thinking about it? What do you guys think about this team? How unexcited are you guys for this team to push the power creep even more? Let me know down below, but as always, make sure that like button, share, and subscribe. I will see you guys next time.